Stanford has put you in top 2% scientists of the world.
Yeah.
And you have said something about Indians which is shocking. We are building and developing diabetes faster than any other population on earth.
Partly it's genetic. So we have had consanguineous marriages, marrying your cousin, marrying your uncle. So the gene gets multiplied. On top of that, we consume too much of carbs, and to burn it, you have to do a lot of exercise. We really don't do much exercise. So all this put together becomes a deadly combination.
Dr. V. Mohan, India's leading diabetologist. He spent over 50 years studying diabetes. Today, he breaks down diabetes, sugar, and how to actually stay healthy.
Is there any sign that I get to know that I'm pre-diabetic?
You can guess. If you have a family history of diabetes, you can guess. If you're overweight, your chances of getting that is very high. If your waist is high, 90 centimeters or more in males, 80 centimeters or more in females, most likely you will have pre-diabetes. If this A, B, C, D you do, we should have a complications-free India. A is A1C, below 7%. B is blood pressure. You have to keep it at least below 140/90. C is cholesterol. The bad cholesterol is LDL cholesterol. Should be below 100. D is discipline. Diet, exercise, sleeping, this, that, all that. D also includes no smoking and all. Because you smoke, then all gone.
What is there in a diabetic person that one small wound doesn't heal?
One is glucose. Glucose is a very good source for bacteria to grow. The chance of it breaking a bone is very easy because of all the calcium has gone from the bone. The most deadly one is blood circulation problem. It's blocked. If you don't have blood circulation, without blood, nothing will enter there. Whatever nutrient you give, whatever antibiotic you give, beyond a certain point, diabetes can be an absolute killer.
Give me top 3 best breakfasts which an Indian can eat.
So fruit, apple, very low GI. Guava is again something with a lot of fiber. It's very, very good. Orange is okay. Papaya is okay. Egg is a very good breakfast. Advantage of adding protein at breakfast is you can go up to lunchtime not feeling hungry. And that protein should come from plant protein, not from animal protein.
Why?
Because plant protein is much healthier.
I'm going to show you these things, but you rank them. Completely safe is 1.
Yeah.
Completely toxic is 10.
10.
So we have orange juice, we have brown sugar, we have coconut sugar, we have monk fruit sugar, we have sugar-free, we have stevia, jaggery powder, we have white sugar.
So I would put stevia and sucralose as the first 2. Okay. I would then probably put...
If you have found anything valuable from this channel, please subscribe below.
So if someone's watching you for the first time, okay, what should they know about what you do? And how would you define yourself? And why should they care watching this conversation for next 3 hours?
The man who spent all his life studying one disease was dedicated himself to all aspects of the disease, not just as a doctor, but as a researcher. Who has spent 1,800 publications in one field and 50 years of work in this particular field, whose work has helped to change policy, to change the way people should conduct themselves based on science. And then somebody who has also trained hundreds of doctors who have now become successful. Why I'm saying all this? Because last year I got the Global Impact Prize of EASD.
I know.
And this year I was in the selection committee for this year's prize. Yesterday, in fact, was the selection.
So to put in perspective is almost like Nobel level prize for the diabetes.
Yeah, exactly. So that's when I put all my work together. And then I realized, God, quite a lot of things we have done over 50 years, when you break it down into different things. Then the journal wrote to me. They have a journal called Diabetologia, very high impact journal. They said, we want to publish your lecture. So you write about, so the title has been accepted. It's going to come. Next issue, it will come. How work in India, the title of the thing is Impacting Lives of People with Diabetes, How India Leads the World. It's a great thing, not just for me. It's for India.
For the country.
For the country. So that's how I think you can describe.
Interesting. You know what's really fascinating for me is because you said India for the world now.
Yeah.
Which is, I think people should be grateful to you for a lot of things, because probably this is one of the rarest times where India is leading a standard in the world in the field of medicine.
Yes.
Because we've never been there.
No, that's
right?
never been there. Yeah.
Explain me simply, what is diabetes and why whoever is either pre-diabetic or diabetic is not able to manage it and maintain it properly, because only 7.7% people out of 100 are able to manage it. More than 92% people are failing in either reversing it or managing just their sugar, blood pressure and cholesterol.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay, let me go to the first question. What is diabetes?
And you can feel free to explain it through paper and charts if you want to.
I'll do that. So, diabetes, simply put, is a condition where the blood sugar level is above normal. So, what people don't know is that everybody has sugar in the body. Sugar is like fuel. If you don't have sugar, you'll die. If your sugar goes down below, particularly, it's incompatible with life. Okay. So, the normal sugar fasting will be, say, around 80, 80, 90, less than 100, definitely. Okay, maybe 70 to 100. After food, it may go to, say, 120. It won't go beyond that. HbA1c, we said, will be less than 5.6. If these three are there, you're not having diabetes, you're not having pre-diabetes also. If it starts going up, fasting goes from 100 to 125. The post-glucose, not postprandial, 140 to 199. Then HbA1c 5.7 to 6.4. Then it's pre-diabetes. Then you got diabetes. This will be more than 126. This will be more than 200. That will be more than 6.5 HbA1c. So this is diabetes, this is pre-diabetes, this is normal. So this is the how you classify. Now, you may have one of this. That means you've got diabetes. But it's not one disease. There are about 50, 60 different types of diabetes. The common thing we know is type 1, type 2, gestational diabetes, and then another set of... But there are, I just now mentioned neonatal diabetes. Like this, it goes on and on. Fibrocalcific, I mentioned. There are so many types of diabetes. This only tells you you've got diabetes. Now we have to start classifying what type of diabetes. It makes a big difference. Type 1, you go treat with tablet, you are going to kill that guy. Type 2, you go and start giving insulin unnecessarily, they'll put on weight and so on. So that is called precision diabetes. You have to diagnose. So we have got certain rules by which we see. One simple thing is that age at all. So below 6 months, it's neonatal diabetes. So look for neonatal diabetes. If all neonatal diabetes ruled out, it still could be rarely type 1 at that age, but it's usually type. Above that is likely to be type 1. So we do simple test, C-peptide test. That is insulin secretion. If it is 0, finished. It's type 1. No other diabetes will go to 0. Okay. Now it's showing good C-peptide. I told you, a little older, 15, 16-year-old, 18-year-old, he comes with acanthosis, strong family history, obese, it's type 2. Not obese, not needing insulin, but strong family history. There's a type of diabetes called MODY, maturity onset diabetes of young, MODY. In that, there are 14 types of MODY. Okay. So some of those MODY types, like neonatal diabetes, can be treated with tablets. Okay. Just like neonatal diabetes. They belong to that same class, MODY 1, MODY 3. They respond to that. So when you come to us, it doesn't mean everybody will do genetic test. For some, I may think he's got this FCPD. I'll just take an X-ray, stone, finished. Diagnosis stops there. C-peptide absent, type 1. Diagnosis stops there. Obese man coming with this, obvious, type 2. You don't have to proceed you don't have to keep on doing everything for everyone. It's a waste of money, waste of time. But not fitting in everywhere. Then we start asking, is this MODY? Is this something else? Is it some genetic syndrome? Is it something else? Somebody will say hearing is affected. Oh, does your mother also have diabetes? Yes. Does she also have hearing problem? Yes. Then it's maternally inherited diabetes with deafness, MID. It's coming from mother, maternally inherited, diabetes with deafness, finished. So deafness gives a clue. So like Sherlock Holmes, you can easily, with the experience, say, this is that. For me, as a patient walks in itself, I can say. This is the rest of it is only to confirm. Okay. It's like Sherlock Holmes, you can just pick it up. Just like the experience, you can pick it up. Okay. So that's what makes this disease so interesting. There's so many types in this, and with knowledge, you learn over years and so on. Now, once you know which type of diabetes, you also know. See, in type 2 diabetes only, you talk about reversal and all. Type 1 is not possible. FCPD is not possible. In Modi, it's not possible. It's genetic. How can
Okay.
type 1, how will you, all the cells are gone. Here, stones are there. How are you going to reverse? Certain things we know you can. GDM, gestational diabetes. They have diabetes during pregnancy. The moment they deliver, the diabetes will go away. The day they deliver, up to that, they'll be diabetic. They'll be on insulin or not. The day they deliver, glucose will drop because baby is out. Baby is producing it. That will go. But they may get it back within 5 years. So what do we do? Now you start with them, don't put on weight, don't do this, you can prevent diabetes. So you have to focus on that in a different way.
I was reading up something about you that Stanford has put you in top 2% scientists of the world. Right? And you have said something about Indians, this is shocking, that if an Indian gets diagnosis of pre-diabetes, within 8 years, there's 40% chance that they'll develop full diabetes.
Even higher.
Why specifically Indians? Like, what is there about Indians that we are building and developing diabetes faster than any other population on earth?
So partly it's genetic. So through centuries of genes coming down the pool, so we have had consanguineous marriages. It may not be so much in the north, but in the south and all, we get a lot. Marrying your cousin, marrying your uncle, all that is very common. So the gene gets multiplied. So that is one thing. Second thing is that intrauterine itself, and the mother is malnourished and thin. The baby is also thin, and therefore already born with a smaller pancreas. The amount of beta cells are very much reduced. And so they're destined to get diabetes. On top of that, what brings out all the insulin from the pancreas is your carbohydrate. We consume too much of carbs, whether it's rice or wheat or whatever, and that pulls out the little insulin you have also gets pulled out very fast. And to burn it, you have to do a lot of exercise. We really don't do much exercise. So all this put together becomes a deadly combination to push you into pre-diabetes and then into diabetes.
You said first, let's talk about all 4 topics individually. First, you said the marriages. So what happens? Like when you married somebody from the same family or
so
same
let
sort
us
of...
say that there are these families which have the gene for diabetes. And let's say there's another set of families where there's no gene. Nobody in that family has diabetes at all. If this family marries into that family, the gene is going to get diluted. Because there's no gene here at all. There is a gene here. Now, within this, if you keep marrying within that, the gene will get multiplied. They marry their uncle. The uncle also has a gene. You also have the gene. Okay. Their kids will have the gene. Then they're going to marry another cousin. So again, the gene will get multiplied. If you keep doing this for generations, then you're already filled with those genes to get heart disease and to get diabetes and so on. So that's one thing. Then the diet also doesn't help because so much of carbs we take that we are pulling out all the insulin.
So coming back to the marriage part, do you think is it from purely just medical point of view, from the point of view of health of your offsprings, of your kids, should you not marry inside the family?
Should not at all.
Never.
It's much healthier to, at least not at the first cousin level, or in Tamil Nadu, they actually marry their own uncle, mother's brother. A better than normal life than a person without diabetes, because a person without diabetes, what is the motivation for him or her to keep on? Here you've got a disease. You have to look after pressure, you have to go for the checkup, check your cholesterol, check your weight. You've got goals to do. Eat healthy, sleep on time, exercise, all that you're supposed to do, this disease makes you do, or this disorder makes you do. If you don't have that, what makes you do all that? So you'll end up not sleeping, not exercising, not. So I believe that a well-controlled person with diabetes is actually better off than a person without diabetes.
Interesting. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for spending time with us.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you. Thank you.
Thank you for inviting me.
थैंक यू सो मच ये एपिसोड एंड तक देखने के लिए. अब आपको 3 चीज़ें करनी है. नंबर 1, इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लो ताकि हम इसी तरह और ज़्यादा वैल्यूएबल गेस्ट आपके लिए लेके आ पाए. एंड
हम वो उनसे क्वेश्चंस पूछ पाएं जो आप चाहते हो। नंबर 2, मुझे कमेंट्स में ये बताओ कि आप और कौन कौन से गेस्ट हैं जो देखना चाहते हो हमारे पॉडकास्ट पे, ताकि हम उन्हें लेके आएँ और उनसे वो सवाल पूछें जो आप चाहते हो। एंड नंबर 3, ये एपिसोड किसी एक इंसान के साथ ज़रूर शेयर करना जिसकी लाइफ में एक पॉजिटिव चेंज आएगा, क्योंकि एक कॉन्वर्जेशन इनफ होती है किसी की लाइफ चेंज करने के लिए। I'll see you next time. Until then, keep figuring out.